Hi,
Action. Oh.
hi Santiago, I'm Jessica Ferrante.
Hi, Jessica,
Department
nice
of
to
Homeland.
meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You can call me Chavo, please.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to ask you, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Give me some things about you.
Well, I was served in the Marines for 20 years in the public affairs. I'm a public affairs specialist, so I was a combat correspondent for those 20 years. And I got a lot of experience doing the kind of things that you do within the Department of Homeland Security at the Public Affairs Office. So I think I bring a lot to the team that way. Right now I'm going to full-time to Nova Southeastern University. I'm working towards my bachelor's degree in mass and communications studies. So having a lot of fun with that.
Very nice. Great school. Great school. Tell me a little bit about your strengths. What do you think that you got out of being in the Marines for 20 years?
Well, like I said, 20 years in the public affairs field gave me, I got a chance to deal with the media on a regular basis, dealt with releasing press releases to internal and external audiences, writing stories, taking pictures. But again, dealing with the media, I think, was one of the most important things that's going to, that's something that I'll be able to transfer to the kind of mission that the Department of Homeland Security Public Affairs Office has.
So now that you told me about your strengths, can you tell me a little bit of what you feel is your biggest weakness?
Well, I think attention to detail is important. I think that's a strength, but it can also, I think it could also be a weakness because you tend to devote a lot. Maybe I devote too much time in wanting to get things just right. But of course, you can only do that so much because you have to, the public affairs field and media world is very deadline oriented. So there's only so much attention to the detail you can devote. But I think that it's important to do that, and maybe that's a weakness, maybe it's a strength. I think it could be a little bit of both.
Okay. So I know that there's so many jobs out there in the job market. What brought you to this job? What made you want to apply for this position?
Well, ever since I retired from the Marines, I wanted to continue working. I want to do something that I think makes a difference. Belong to an organization that's making a difference, and I think that the Department of Homeland Security it's a way for me to continue serving my country, serving the people of this country that I love, and with the experience that I have, and I think that I can use it to help and to make a difference.
Okay. So you told me why you want this job. So why Homeland Security?
Well, just like I said, it's because I want to make a difference. I want to continue serving my country. I think it's important to do something that you know how to do, that you're good at, that you enjoy, and doing it for a country or for an organization that stands for something that means something that's helping to protect this wonderful country and all of us, all of you, and everybody else around here. So I want to be a part of that team.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in your career in 5 years?
If everything goes well here, I see myself working for the Department of Homeland Security in a managerial supervisory position, I believe. That's what I believe I'd be good at. I did that as a Marine over the course of my career. Of those 20 years, I got a chance to supervise other people, supervise and mentor young people, and help mold them into leaders themselves that could take over my seat at one point. So I feel that I could do the same thing within the Department of Homeland Security.
Okay. So why do you think we should hire you over all these other applicants? What brings you, it's going to put you over the top? What do you feel?
Well, I feel that my experience, those 20 years of experience, I think make a big difference in this kind of field. I've dealt with media even while I was in Desert Storm and during Operation Iraqi Freedom. I did a couple of tours, and I dealt with the media on a regular basis, and I think that's vital for an organization like the Department of Homeland Security. And I think that I bring that experience, I bring the knowledge that I acquired, and I can put it towards accomplishing your mission.
Okay. So besides being in the Marines for 20 years, did you have any other positions since you retired?
No, I've been attending school full time. That's been my focus. I want to finish my education I made that, I didn't have a focus before I joined the Marines. I joined the Marines and I have a focus, and now my focus is to continue and finish my education,
Okay.
and that's what I'm hoping to.
So is there anything that you liked least about being in the Marine Corps? Is there anything that you,
Well, you could, there's so many different things you can say about what you don't like while you're in the Marines, you know, being deployed, being away from family, going to war. It can be a little distasteful, but it was an adventure, and I don't regret any of it. All I can do is just say that if I had a chance to do it over again, I would do it twice.
so what do you feel that you were most satisfied in your last job and being in the Marines for 20 years?
Most satisfied? What?
Mm-hmm.
I think it wasn't necessarily what I was doing, although I enjoyed it, I loved it. I think it was the people, and people I think are what make any team worth its salt. You know, it's the people that make up the public affairs team, the people that make up the different departments within the organization you belong to, and the teams, the people that I knew, the relationships I built over the course of those years, even the relationships that I've developed with some of the media organizations. So I think it's very important to develop those relationships in order to be able to do your job effectively. So all those kind of things, I think it was the people that made it as good as it was.
Okay. So what do you know about this industry? So I know you did this job in the military, and it's kind of a little bit of a different field in a way. What do you know about being out in the civilian world in this industry?
Well, even though I was in the Marines, we worked with the media. The media is the same whether you work for the Department of Homeland Security or the Marines or Goodyear. The thing is, it's all about the message you're trying to convey. But the media doesn't change. It's just who you're targeting your audience, who your audience is. And I think I have the knowledge of how to formulate the messages, and also how to target the audience. So I think that's that there's really not that much of a difference between the two different organizations. Although I'm sure there is to some degree, but it's something that I don't believe I'll have any problem adjusting to.
Okay. I know that this position that we're interviewing for right now is for a local position. Would you have any problem relocating if another position does come around?
No, absolutely not. I'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me?
I do. What kind of how many people work within your department?
Well, in my department, it's pretty large. There's probably about 50 people in the whole department, but the department that you would be specifically going to be probably about 10 to 15.
Okay.
Anything else?
I'd be interested to know what kind of stories are put out by the Department of Homeland Security, your office in particular. Is there a specific mission? What is it that you're oriented towards?
I can't answer that.
Okay, click. I know, but